Oh, hello there. Don't be alarmed. We're just preparing your listening device for Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving. We do this, of course, by filling your radio with water. Don't worry, we're professionals. Thanks to me, you won't even get wet. You see, I've crammed every appendage of my body into the cracks and crevices of your radio, ensuring an airtight seal. By the way, don't touch your on-off knob. That's a very sensitive area. Anyway, I should remind you, we believe in the buddy system just like diving, so don't listen alone. Call your buddy and tell them that Scuba Radio is about to begin.
We're gonna start a new life under the sea.
So, am I gonna drown?
Of course not. Just stay calm and let the gentle currents relax your every muscle.
Under the sea, under the sea.
Did it just get warmer?
There'll be no accusations, just friendly crustaceans under the sea.
Where the hell are the sharks?
And now, here's your dive guide for Scuba Radio, Greg the Dive Master.
And welcome. This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. CJ is in the studio with me.
What's going on, buddy?
What's going on? Are you still hungover from the festivities this week?
What are you talking about?
Well, one of our diving friends got hitched, man.
We didn't drink.
What do you mean we didn't drink? It was a big old party.
There was no alcohol.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Well, why were you
Especially not for you, because you bailed right after the ceremony.
Well,
so don't act like you were all raising hell.
Well, that's what we do. I mean,
His wife called and he ran like a puppy.
Well,
yes, dear. Yes, dear.
Okay, but I was still there. I was there for the festivities.
Yeah,
I was there to enjoy, what was going on with our dive buddy, Bubble
Right.
Boy.
But it didn't make me hungover.
There's now officially a Mrs. Bubble Boy, and he got hitched, and he's looking at it. He's actually he's on it. I don't know if we're even allowed to talk about this. I guess I should ask him first. You okay talking about this?
Yeah, that was from yesterday.
James?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, he's in St. Lucia as we speak, and he is celebrating his union with Mrs.
I
Bubble
can't
Boy.
believe he popped on the show on his honeymoon.
Well,
That's
you can only,
dedication.
there's only so much, so many things you can do on your surface interval, and we know the first one, and evidently they're done. Oh yes, that's what I meant. And but he's in St. Lucia right now celebrating their union, and I don't know. Are you diving there, Bubble Boy, or what are you doing?
No, we did like the spa today. We did the couple massage. Then we went up to Armand's Italian restaurant, which is really nice. So we're having a blast.
Well, I mean, how's the water look though? Is it? I mean,
Water looks great. Here, I'll show you. Let me go to the window.
Yeah, you can see this on.
Turn it
He's
around.
showing us on
Don't
his
drop
camera.
the phone in the toilet.
Wow, look at that.
Ooh.
So where are you in
Yeah.
St. Lucia? You care to say, or would you? Is it
Yeah, we're in the
undisclosed?
Regency. We're in the Sandals Regency La Toque.
Oh, that's a
Yeah,
nice
pretty
one.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is nice.
All inclusive. You get.
All inclusive.
Yeah. I mean, is there snorkeling right there off the resort that you can go do
Yes,
when you
there
haven't
is.
done it
There's-
yet?
There's snorkeling, but all you have to book it like a cruise a week in advance because everything's already taken. So
Well, no. What do you mean? You just go off the beach, you grab a mask, and jump in the water. What else do you need than that? You don't need to go out as a group, do you?
no, I think they have a scuba diving hut right there on the beach. So
Yeah. Right.
But,
But if you-
but I don't have a dive buddy with me. So
Well, I mean, you have your new dive buddy,
Is that correct?
right?
well, but she's not certified.
Give me a
yet.
couple hours. I'll be there tomorrow.
Yeah, just hop, skip.
That'd be
and a jump.
hilarious if I just showed up and somehow found out his room number.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah. What's your room number?
Come
you
on,
care to-
man.
No, don't
Three,
say it. No.
If you see Bubble Boy, please no photos, no autographs.
Yeah.
He's trying to enjoy himself.
Yeah.
Well, a married life treating you well, though, Bubble Boy.
Very well. Yes,
All right.
very well.
Congratulations. So yeah, we've had some interesting news this week with this. And I like I said, I wasn't sure we were even allowed to talk about this, but he's kind of open that way. He's okay. It's good. But ladies,
Sorry, ladies.
ladies
He's taken.
off the market. Ladies and Barry and Jerry are so depressed right now. They're so jelly.
I don't
What?
know. I don't know if they're actually gay.
I don't. Why does that matter? I mean, I don't think it matters.
It matters
to
a
them.
lot.
You think?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, they don't seem very discerning when they make their comments of.
They do get into snarky little arguments.
Right.
But
Like an old married couple. Absolutely. So anyway.
Isn't Barry actually married? As far as we know.
Yeah.
I met his wife once or twice, but it's been a few years.
Well, you notice they're not on the show right now, Jerry or Barry, because they're.
You think they're getting a couples massage?
No, I think they're both a little depressed that Bubble Boy was taken off the market, and they're probably just don't want to show their face right now.
Really?
It's either that or it's Memorial Day, and
it's weird the crap you come up with, Greg. It really is weird.
What do you mean?
It's just really strange.
No, I mean I just calls them as I sees them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're season.
Well, yeah. Well, that's for another time and another place. But anywho, yeah. Boy, there's a lot of racket going on.
Tell her to
there.
shut up. We're trying to do a show.
What are you talking to relatives or something?
I know you can't say it, but tell her I said it.
Now we're having the room.
She can get mad at me. It doesn't
We're
matter.
having the room cleaned.
Oh, having the room cleaned.
Good timing.
Uh-huh. Well, that's what happens when you go to St. Lucia and celebrate your union. You might dirty up things a bit, and you need to. Okay, we better move on. You think, CJ?
You're filthy.
What
you
are
are
you
disgusting.
No, I'm
human
not.
being.
It's
Yes, you are.
It's just an observation. Isn't that right? Oh
That's
boy.
right. I just want to thank you again, Greg, for the wedding gift. I really appreciate that.
Yes.
Greg, this is you. You're PIG pig.
No, that
You're a
is not
pig.
what I gave him.
You're a pig.
I did not.
You're a pig.
Wrong.
Greg the scuba pig.
That is
Where do they
incorrect.
swim again? Bahamas?
Staniel Key. That's where he goes swim with the kids.
Which is where? Bahamas?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And yeah. But they didn't go to the Bahamas. They went to St. Lucia.
No, I'm saying you're the pig.
We're
We're talking about such filth, flarn filth.
No, we're not going to talk about that right now.
Good.
We're going to move on to other. We're going to tell. I want to find out more or share what I know about St. Lucia, because Bubble Boy is there, and I was there a few months ago. I kind of laid the groundwork for their honeymoon.
You did?
Yeah. He doesn't even know this.
You must not have done a very good job then.
Why?
He would know.
No, of course. I mean, they're happy. You see a big smile on his face. I think he's good.
Oh, he's got his ScubaRadio hat. Look at that.
Yeah.
Representing.
He's representing, absolutely. So yeah. I mean, but St. Lucia, one of the highlights they have there, have you already looked into the mud bath thing in St. Lucia? Are you going to do that, James?
I'm thinking about it. Yeah, we just might.
Don't.
Yeah, you have to. I mean, don't. You did it years ago in Grenada.
Yeah, and I'm telling him not to.
Was James on that trip too? No, he was not on that.
There's a bunch of us.
It's different in St. Lucia. When we were in Grenada, one of the things you do on your surface interval is you go get a spa treatment on the beach there at one of the islands, one of the out islands around Grenada. And it's actually digested muck.
It wasn't really a spa treatment. We basically hiked into the woods to the other side of the island.
$200
to this
a piece to have
shallow body of water with just tons of mud.
Well, it's not mud.
And you just wipe it all over each other.
No, the crabs eat all the vegetation.
I don't care.
They poop it out, and it becomes really fine spa treatment stuff that, these spas charge like several $100s.
Just
for
because you've got a dung
you.
fetish. Try to talk us all into doing this.
And you cover it all over, and then when you wash it all off, your skin feels as smooth as a baby's butt.
I don't think I'm meant to have skin that smooth.
Well, yeah, because you don't cover yourself in crab poop as much as you should. Now, in St. Lucia, it's a little different. They actually use volcanic ash, and it's a similar process. We'll talk about that and a lot more coming up. Stay close.
This is the Worldwide Scuba Radio Network.
Come as a guest, leave as a friend. It's a philosophy that comes from the top down at Explorer Ventures liveaboards. It doesn't matter if you're traveling solo, with a buddy, or group. Explorer Ventures does the liveaboard dive experience right. For proof, know Explorer Ventures has one of the best repeat customer stats in the dive industry. They're also the official liveaboard company of Scuba Radio. You've likely heard us talk about Explorer Ventures Scuba Radio scuba cruise trips many times, and we invite you to join us on the next one. However, whether we're on board with you or not, I'll bet an Explorer Ventures liveaboard trip will be one of the best dive experiences you've ever had. It just doesn't get any better. Saba St. Kitts, Turks and Caicos, the Galapagos, Maldives, Indonesia, humpback whales, and the Silver Banks, new destinations and itineraries are being added all the time. Call one of their talented travel consultants to find the Explorer Ventures liveaboard experience that's just right for you. 1-800-322-3577. That's 1-800-322-3577. Or visit explorerventures.com. That's explorerventures.com.
Hey, baby, what's going down?
Later, nerd.
Are you lacking with the ladies?
Nope.
Enhance your scuba superpowers with a new ScubaRadio hat.
Wow, nice hat.
Just picked it up at ScubaRadio.com.
Buy 2 ScubaRadio hats and get free shipping.
Need a dive buddy, sexy?
Always. And I got a Scuba Radio hat for you, too.
New ScubaRadio hats are now available at ScubaRadio.com.
So cool.
Order yours today, or stay a loser.
Do you have a message or a product that you'd like to share with the diving world? Well, look no further than Scuba Radio. Just like you, thousands of diving enthusiasts are hearing this message, and we could be talking about you and your product or service as early as next Saturday. Remember, a terrible thing happens when you don't advertise. Nothing. Go to ScubaRadio.com, send us an email, and let's get to work to make your marketing message matter.
Prepare to rig for dive! Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
Governor Chris Christie choosing his next target in New Hampshire. So who is this Bubble Boy that he's talking about? It ain't John Travolta.
Bubble Boy used to be my homie, used to be my friend. We would look around and find some type of trouble to get in. Keep the bubble right beside him so his day would never end. A couple of 20s in his pocket and he's good to go again.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. Congratulations to Bubble Boy. He got hitched this week, and he's celebrating in St. Lucia. Everybody wishes it was him. Jerry the Diver Guy, a little upset that he's been taken off the market, but that's okay. He's with us now. But boy, it is very loud there, Bubble Boy. I don't know if you can move around or something, but we can't hardly hear him. What is going on? We can hardly hear him.
Those pesky loud hotel rooms.
No, I dropped the microphone.
You dropped the microphone, yeah.
No, we hear the wheelman talking.
So don't worry, don't worry, Jerry. You'll always have Barry.
It's all right.
It's all right.
You always have Paris. You always have Paris.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Paris
You'll be
Hilton.
driving around in a minivan now, big boy.
Oh no, too old to have kids. No kids.
Okay. All right. Well, that's fine. All right. But yeah, we're gonna have to work on that. Yeah, you're gonna need to mute your mic there, Bubble Boy, when you're not talking, because it's a little noisy when you're not. Okay. So, but Jerry the Diver Guy's with us now. Jerry,
The one and only.
so I hear you're coming to Florida
I'll be there come Thursday.
as soon as I leave.
When you leave, I fly in.
Huh?
Ain't that convenient?
Well, convenient.
Coincidence?
No, I don't think so.
Or could it be Satan?
Smart timing.
Yeah. No, I'm going over to the scuba show in Long Beach.
I'm going to the scuba show.
Why is every time I do something, I get that voice?
Not every
Johnson.
time.
Yeah. Oh, and you got heat rash guards.
Suck it, losers.
I sound nothing like that.
I've got a rash guard. I got a heated rash guard, and I'm going to the scuba show.
Okay. That's enough out of you. I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna give you a pass since it's Memorial Day weekend.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Oh, thank you.
Yeah. We have an extra day to recover from the festivities this
Or
weekend.
an extra day to drink more.
I'm out of tonic, by the way. I got to restock.
What? Okay. We'll figure that one out. But yeah, Scuba Show is next week in Long Beach, California. And we are working ahead on our broadcast schedule, by the way. So 2 weeks from today, you will hear a show that I produce while I'm out there on the left coast. And I'm pretty excited because every time we go out there, we usually run into some pretty interesting folks. You know, I have a tendency to kind of search out the Hollywood bigwigs.
Yeah, that's a really cool show. I've only been once, but if it wasn't for the whole flying to L.A. thing,
you would go?
Yeah. If it was local, I would.
Well, I think it's worth the effort there, my friend. No, it is. You might run into a big old movie star.
Oh, they don't care, but they want to see you.
No, and there's some big ones.
I don't want to run into any movie stars.
Oh, come on, you do. I mean, and here's one. I know you watched the latest season of Reacher, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's on Amazon Prime. I just finished it up a couple weeks ago. You know, the one of the villains, that he has this massive fight scene. You know, Reacher, the main star from that TV show.
Oh, in the last episode.
Yeah, he looks like Andre the Giant kind of thing.
He's huge.
That dude is a serious scuba diver.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and he's certified.
He was scary as hell in that show.
Yeah, it was pretty scary. Yeah, he was in. What was it?
That's right, because they fought and they ended up in the ocean.
Yeah, and he had to do some special training.
That was crazy.
With some NAUI certified diver folks.
Really?
Yeah. So he's a NAUI diver. So I'm figured, hey, he's a diver. Maybe he'll show up at the scuba show next week. That's what you never know when you're out there and down the street from Hollywood. They may pop over and like, hey, divers, what's going on?
He could snap you like a twig.
Well, yeah, but I'm a diver.
I would pay to see that.
Did he say he would pay to see that?
He did.
That's not very nice of you.
Yeah, but it's all with love, Greg.
You're always calling him,
Yes.
You're calling him things.
Calling him?
You're saying he has certain sexual proclivities.
I don't know what
you're necessarily true.
But I'm not judging.
No, but you're
I'm
like
just
making
observing
stuff up.
Well, I don't think I'm making things up as much as I'm observing, the
a pattern of behavior.
Yeah, and just pointing it out to keep everybody caught up. I mean, Jerry,
look who it is.
I don't judge. Oh my gosh, the Aqua Gypsy live from Fiji. She's in the future,
Bula.
Fiji, it's Saturday afternoon when we do Scuba Radio. Right now, it's Sunday.
You got to tell her Bula.
And in Fiji. Bula, Aqua Gypsy.
Bula.
Yeah.
Bula. Yeah, right now it's 7 a.m. in Banga Lagoon.
What does the future look like, Brittany? What can you tell us?
I've been in that
so
pool.
bright she could wear shades.
Yeah. I was just going to say that.
Yeah.
Future's looking bright. The future's looking like sharks.
Nice. Yeah, Banga Lagoon, beautiful resort there in Fiji.
Watch out for the fallen coconuts.
Oh, I saw that sign.
Yeah, take it seriously.
I almost died.
Yeah, last time. Yeah, literally, we were standing out there on the
we could
beach.
not figure out if it was you, Greg, or CJ.
What do you mean? Which one it was coming for?
When the coconut fell.
Yeah, it fell, and it was literally like
in-betweenians.
Yeah, like 5 in-betweenians.
Those are like Funyuns.
And,
Funyuns.
but literally, it was like 5 feet away from us. Wasn't
Scared the crap out of me. It was super loud.
Yeah, it really did happen, Brittany.
Thud, what the hell was
take
that?
Those,
I was taking a leak.
Gross.
Yeah, that's not appropriate.
At the seawall.
So, Brittany, how long have you been at Benga? Because I know you were over at Coral Sun earlier in the week, weren't you? Or was that a while ago?
Yes, we were at Coral Sun. Then we just came from Bully yesterday. We were hanging out with Steve all week.
Yeah. Steve Darling, the family, doing well, I'm sure. Yeah.
That's right. Lots of kava.
Good. So have you done enough kava now? Do you feel fully Fijian?
Yeah.
Like how many low tide, high tides, and tsunamis did you consume?
Well,
in your sittings.
You know me, so I pretty much only accepted tsunamis.
Hey, that's my girl. There you go.
With that being said,
speaking of mudslides.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Yeah.
And with that being said, I don't know, probably 8 to 10 per night. It was
okay.
It was an aggressive stay.
Yeah,
but
did
the
you?
diving was amazing.
Well, I'll get to that, but did you do the crab after 8 or 9? That's enough to do the, kava crab, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's, Fijian beer, so it affects your nervous system. So you say, I want to walk this way, but you end up walking another way, yet you're very clear-headed. It's a very different kind of buzz thing that thing does to you. I don't know if it's the ultimate healthy thing to do when you're nervous. I don't know. I mean, look at me.
Yeah. That should be a warning to everyone.
What? What are you trying to say? All right, more coming up. Stay close.
Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio.
Scuba action star Mike Scott is back in a new audiobook, Cayman Cowboys, Reefs Under Pressure. From author Eric Douglas comes the one that started it all. Listen as Mike deals with submarines, kidnapping, betrayal, and more.
He didn't even have fins or a mask to let him see in the water. He was going to be slow and blind. If it weren't for the float, he knew there would be no way he would ever make it to the surface.
Download Cayman Cowboys or Oil and Water, Return to Cayman, Turks and Chaos, and Lionfish at Amazon, booksbyeric.com, and audible.com.
Power, simplicity, reliability. It's what you demand of your dive computer. And Shearwater delivers. Shearwater evolved out of one tech diver's need for a reliable, easy-to-use rebreather dive computer and quickly became the tech market leader. Now recreational divers have taken notice. The Shearwater Peregrine is a simple, full-color, multi-gas dive computer. It's also the most economical Shearwater dive computer released to date. Check it out and the entire line at shearwater.com. Shearwater. Dive computers for demanding divers.
Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio.
Prepare to rig for dive! Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
Lay it on me. Tell me what you can do.
Okay. I can communicate with every living creature living in our vast oceans.
Okay. Talks to fish. Got it.
Also,
I'm going to stop you right there because I know your powers. It's talks to fish. The rest of the page is blank.
I have sonar.
Yeah, for talking to fish.
I have super hearing.
So you can listen to fish?
I can breathe underwater.
Because that's where the fish you talk to are?
Night vision.
So you can find the fish if you ever want a nighttime chinwag.
I can do a lot more than just talk to fish, okay? I can transport the entire Justice League by manipulating the waves of the ocean.
Oh, wow. You know what else can transport people on the ocean? A boat.
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. CJ's in the studio with me, better known as Cock Johnson. And, of course, Jerry the Diver Guy connected via the web. And then, if that weren't enough, and obviously it's not, we have the Aqua Gypsy live from Fiji at Bengal Lagoon Resort today. She's in the future because Fiji is, I don't know how many hours. It's a day ahead of us here in Florida, where we're based out of. So Brittany is in the future to report to us what life is like in Fiji and in the future. And Brittany, I would imagine, since you are in Fiji, life is pretty good. Is that a fair assumption, first off?
Yes, I could attest to that for sure.
And is this your first time to Fiji too? I think it is, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yes, first time to Fiji.
Has it lived up to the hype that I've sold to you over the last God knows how many years? What do you think?
Think it certainly has. Yeah. Just the corals. I think that this is where goldfish that you see at the county fair. Pretty sure that this is where they originated from, because we have seen so many fish and coral and reef life. It's just been absolutely incredible.
Right. Now, what time is it on Sunday there where you are?
She just said it was 7 a.m.
7 a.m. It's early. Are you up for us, or are you getting ready to go out on a dive?
No, I would never wake up for Scuba Radio.
That's what I thought.
Okay. Thank you for the honesty.
Yes. But I did notice your dive buddy.
Right here.
But your dive. Where's your dive buddy? Where's Vinny? Is he alive or dead?
I don't know. Who cares what he's doing? Anyway, those are the dive boats.
That is a correct response.
Yes, I recognize those dive boats. I recognize those palm trees. I mean, I recognize that entire place.
Yeah, me too.
That's a beautiful resort. That Bengal Lagoon in particular is just kind of locked in time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that what blew me away last time we were there a couple of years ago. It had been I think it was a 12-year span since I'd been there, and it looked exactly the same. Now, very nice, very clean, everything was perfect, but the property, I mean, literally locked in time, and it was just an amazing experience. Now, have you went and done a few dives there at Benga already, or is this going to be one of the first dives at Benga?
Today's the first dive. We arrived yesterday. We came from Boli, went through Suva, and so we checked out the capital.
Okay.
And then now we just came here, and today's the first dive.
All right. So, I mean, do you have the shark dives scheduled there for Benga, or no?
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's tomorrow.
Tomorrow,
Yep.
okay. So you've been over to Coral Sun, which is another island altogether. That was your first stop. Then you went to Voli. Let's go back in time a little bit. So Coral Sun, what did you see there? What was it like? What can you tell us?
Coral Sun. Yeah, we actually got to name 2 reefs. Absolutely.
Whoa, you got to name them. What do you mean you got to name them? How did that happen?
We went to this bay, which not a lot of people have been to because they've just been focusing on the white wall and
which is famous.
other places.
There.
Yeah. So instead, the weather was too bad. We couldn't go there. We went to this bay, and we went to a couple different news sites just to check them out. And then, so we named one Nemo's Reef because there was a ton of clownfish.
Nice.
And then we named the other one Tabletop Aquarium. So,
Okay. All right. Yeah, and the white wall is known for the white tourniquets. That,
Hey.
howdy.
Scuba Radio.
Yeah. Hey, how you doing?
You guys from Spain?
They're from
Yes,
Spain.
They're from Spain. They're saying, yeah.
All right. Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, see, the common bond of diving brings the world together. I love it.
¿Cómo está?
That's right. And they were actually in Boli with us. So
okay.
this entire boat that we're going diving on.
And then they saw you at Benga and they go, son of a bitch.
Yeah, we're trying to escape Vinny.
Exactly.
Okay. But you got to name your own reefs there when you're at Coral Sun. That's pretty cool. But yeah, those tourniquets along. Did you ever get out to the white wall, or the conditions didn't play when you were out there?
The conditions were too bad, but it just means that we'll have to come back again. So no big
deal. Right. Yeah. What did you think of Coral Sun, the resort and the island? It was pretty tropical when I was there. It reminded me of you got up on the hillside. It was like looking out over Jurassic Park. With the fruit bats and all that kind of stuff. Did you see that or no? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. We definitely saw that. And it's funny, the 3 resorts are completely different. So Coral Sun is honeymooners, and they do have diving.
Yeah. And you were there with Vinny Two Tanks. And so that whole experience was ruined.
How romantic.
No. No. Vinny had nothing to do with what we were doing.
Okay.
And then we went to Voli, which, as you know, is very, very centered around diving.
Yes.
So we did that. And then when we came here, it's more of like a traditional Fijian experience. So it's cool. We've got all 3 different aspects.
Okay. So at Voli, did you do like Mellow Yellow, that dive site, and E13 or something? I think in there, some kind of film site or something. I forget.
Yeah. We did Mellow Yellow. Oh, a coconut just fell from a palm tree.
Oh, there it is.
Told you to watch out.
Where's Vinny when you need him?
I know, right? Where's his stupid head when you need it?
Wow. I'm picking up on some tension.
3 weeks of love.
Call me after the show.
Tell us off the air.
Yeah, she's joking around.
I'm kidding.
Yeah. But I notice he's obviously missing. I don't think that's a coincidence.
But he's sorry about it. He's sorry.
They're going to need chum for the shark dive tomorrow, so. Things.
I know.
Too bad. You know what to do.
And he is on blood thinners, so.
Oh, he
We've heard
mentioned
about
that to you? Okay.
He'll bleed out quick.
Couple
All
hundred
right.
times.
We'll leave that for another day. But okay, so the best diving so far has been where? Over at Voli or
for sure, yeah, Voli.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say hands down.
Gotcha.
It was absolutely. It's literally like you're in an aquarium.
Yeah, it's the colors really
Right, where
pop.
where did we end up seeing that big butt coral?
Oh no, that was in
That was at
the Caribbean.
no.
No, that was in Fiji.
Oh, the
somewhere.
Fijian
No,
butt
that
coral.
was at
Yeah, which site you mean?
Yeah, it was. Well, I forget.
Paradise.
Was it Paradise? That sounds right. Might have been
Okay,
Paradise.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
Taviuni.
I think it was Paradise.
Taviuni.
Yeah, Coral Sun. Which island was that you flew to first up?
That's Sabu Sabu. So that's right next to
Sabu.
Taviuni.
Right. And you're right next door to Tony Robbins Resort. Do you ever get over there or no?
No, but we met up with Bill and Nadla.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
They're
yeah.
doing
So that was
well.
cool.
They used to run a big dive operation in the Bahamas and that kind of thing. That's good. But you never got to go see that fancy resort next door or just heard about it?
They were in the middle of running a Tony Robbins whole experience.
You didn't go
So
over
we met
there
a
and
bunch of
walk
people
over
that
hot
were there.
coals and get motivated about life? Come on, Brittany.
No, they were in the middle of doing all that. So we met all those people. so.
Okay. Well, so that rubbed off a little bit. I can see. Look
It
how
did.
motivated you are.
Yeah, I mean, I'm up here diving.
Actually, it's 7 a.m. in Fiji, and Brittany's talking to us on Scuba Radio. It worked. That system that they have out there in the Fijian Islands evidently works, I guess. All right, more coming up. Stay close.
This is the Worldwide Scuba Radio Network.
Prepare to rig for dive!
Your surface interval is complete. You are now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
Is that a moray in your pocket? Or are you just happy to see me?
Hi, this is Angela Little, Miss August 1998 Playboy Playmate, and you are listening to Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving. And here's my close personal friend, Greg, the dive master.
Her octopus has some suction.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Where did you meet her?
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I am Greg the Dive Master. I met her on a plane flying from Chicago to L.A., and actually it was for the Scuba Show years ago. And I plopped down in my seat, and this girl comes walking down the aisle, and sure enough, she was like wearing some kind of pink jumpsuit thing. It looked a little out of place, but I'm thinking, I'm on a flight from Chicago to L.A. This is where all the movie stars go. I'm in big city, that kind of thing. I'm thinking, I bet she's an actress.
I love how you act like you didn't know who she was. You didn't recognize
I didn't. She was wearing sunglasses and, like I said, a hoodie kind of thing. Yeah, I had no idea. And then I'm sitting there, and I had my scuba magazines with me at the time, and there was a seat between us, right? I was at the window seat, and she sits down in the aisle seat next to me, and I have my magazines.
You're like, hey now.
On the chair. No, I didn't say a word. She brought up like, oh, hey, are you a scuba diver? And I'm like,
well, as a matter of fact, I am.
Yes, I am. I'm going to a scuba show. I said, are you an actress? And she goes, well,
Sort
kind of. And then that led to that little interaction. I had a recorder with me. I literally recorded that on the airplane.
I've never heard that one. That's a oldie.
Played it a million times.
Bull honk.
It's true. Yeah.
Not
but,
since
yeah.
I've been on the show. Not since 2006.
Yeah, but I don't know what happened to her. That was 89. She was Playboy Playmate something. And she was coming back from some event signing posters or something or whatever. But there you go. Yeah, you never know. I mean, when you go out to California, that's what I'm saying. If you come out to the scuba show, You might pop into some kind of celebrity.
Who was that supermodel we ran into going to New Jersey?
And when you mean on the airplane?
Yeah.
It was one. It was.
I can never remember her name, but she was super famous.
Yeah, the one that Bubble Boy actually sat next to was scheduled. He
got moved though.
Well, they asked if he would. Her assistant asked if he would move. Oh, sure. Dummy.
He got moved from that seat to.
And she was like some swimsuit. She was like a Sports Illustrated swimsuit.
Oh God.
Person. Yeah.
Oh, you'd know her name.
Yeah. No, it was. She was kind of a big deal. And then we're like, why did you?
Kathy Ireland.
Why did you move?
But that's a good guess.
Why did you move your
little
seat?
Later than.
At the time, he was the only single person in our group, so he had the perfect opportunity. But he saved himself for his wedding this week, so he's fine.
Yeah,
it all
right.
Worked out. What do you mean?
No, he ended up sitting next to the most obnoxious woman on the whole plane.
Did he?
Yeah, she was bitching about the USB plugins and everything.
Really, I don't even.
He was like, "Oh
I'm
my
sure
gosh, she was so annoying." I was
Okay.
like,
Well, who knows? I'm flying out to L.A. and we may have some. They actually have a dive shop out there, Hollywood Divers. And it's like, the dive shop to the stars.
Just thought of her name.
Oh?
Kate Upton.
Yes, that's it. Oh, Kate. We're close personal friends because we flew on the same airplane once.
She does not know you exist.
Oh, yeah. She does.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
Delusional.
So, but who knows? Maybe she's a diver now. Maybe she'll be at the scuba show next week.
I think we know somebody that works at Hollywood Divers.
Okay.
The girl that we met at Fiji at Voli Voli.
Okay, that narrows it down.
It was the black girl. We seen her in New Orleans.
That was running the group of divers that was there at the same time. Was that Hollywood Divers?
I remember that. Okay, I know who he's talking about.
I think it's Hollywood Divers.
It might have been. Yeah, I mean, she was out. She definitely was out there, but she was, pretty. I don't know. She'd done some acting stuff.
That's it. Thank you, Jerry.
Yeah.
What was the name again?
Char.
Yeah, of course. Well, maybe she'll be at the scuba show. We'll
Probably
have to look
will.
for her. Yeah. So, but that's what I'm saying. It's very interesting, for Florida boys like ourselves to go out there and see who you run into. You might run into somebody famous out there at the scuba show. You just never know. They're out there. They live out there. All those Hollywood bigwigs, and then there's us, and they'll. I mean,
who would you most like to meet? Who would be number one on your list?
That is a diver?
Well, we're not sure, but who would you most want to meet?
I don't know.
Tom Cruise?
Yeah, sure, that'd be fine.
Well,
I'd
Tommy?
say hi. Hey, Tom, what's
He wants
up?
to meet Zsa Zsa Gabor.
I believe she's no longer with us.
Yeah, he wants to go to her graveside.
Okay, I don't know where that came from, but that's fine.
It's the only one that could come to mind real quick.
Okay.
They can't all be winners.
And
I don't do the Hollywood thing, Greg. Sorry.
what do you mean you don't do the Hollywood thing?
You're
You're easily impressed.
if they're celebrities or not.
Lies. All lies.
No,
I don't know. Maybe Jerry's not the type to be starstruck.
No,
I'm not starstruck.
Well, I didn't say I was starstruck.
He's not a fanboy
could
like
be
you,
walking down
Greg.
the street and like, oh, look, Tom Cruise, and keep on
Fanboy.
going. I could care less.
He doesn't care,
Really?
Greg.
Well, I mean, you wouldn't strike up a conversation and say, "Hey, Tom, I know you're a certified diver. I know you're a pilot."
You would if it was Kate Upton.
Yeah.
Oh, now that may be a different story.
Yeah, it's a very different story.
Would it be?
Yeah.
Okay, let's
she's
say
smoking hot.
Let's say it's Barry, and you see him out there.
Nothing.
Really?
I'd probably turn and go the other way.
You're going to break his heart that quickly.
And he wants to know why I would break him in half.
I know.
Who, Barry? Why would you break him in half? That's not very nice. That's out of social norms. You usually say hi first, and then get into an argument before you would create physical violence.
No.
Okay, guess we know why he's not going.
We should have had Kenny on today.
Kenny, I think, is going to be on next week. He's going to be with us out at the scuba show from Sweetwater Scuba.
He does the perfect the perfect little skit for you.
Oh, yeah. I saw that.
What are you talking about?
Well,
You'll
Greg, if
see.
you would look at your messages when I send them to you and play them, you
I
would
blocked
know
you
stuff.
years ago.
Oh, jeez.
No, but
You'd love
I
it,
send
Greg.
you quality stuff for the show, and you don't respond.
what video stuff are you talking about?
I'm
Was
not
it-
telling you. You
Well,
go.
no,
get it.
I mean,
Look.
I've seen. Are you talking about one of his latest videos?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
which one?
The one with the poop.
the
Oh,
Tsunami
yes,
one.
I saw that. Of course, I saw that. Yeah,
It was inspired by you.
and well, it was not inspired
Poopy
by me.
pants.
Gregory the
No,
Poopy Pants.
it was a video instructing you how to properly relieve yourself for a number 2 while you're underwater.
I didn't know that was a thing. I've never done
Honestly,
that. I never would.
I didn't know there was a whole protocol that he kind of went through in the video. I
think
was
you
kind
need
of
to
impressed.
hold it until you get back to shore.
Ideally, that would be the case, but I think he's taking it
Unless
from.
you're Bubble Boy in a river.
Well, yeah. Well, that explains why they spent their honeymoon in St. Lucia and not in Dominica.
Yeah.
Which
He's probably not well
ashamed
there.
of himself.
The rivers are still polluted.
Yeah. It's like he relieved himself in their drinking supply. Not a good move. Anyway, Casey's trying to
can't
talk
hear you,
to us,
Casey.
but he has his mic muted. But we'll catch up with him in hour 2. We're also going to talk with Mark Young, the man behind the madness of the Scuba Show, and get the latest on how the show is evolving and developing over the next week. Rumors are it's going to be big. I mean, who knows? Might run into a big star. No, nobody.
You just got to wait and see.
Got to wait and see. Got to see. So we'll cover that and much more on hour 2. Stay close to the world's first radio show devoted to diving.
To Jock Gusto, they all love Scuba Radio. On the boat and down below, if you want to stay in the know. If you be pressurized there, you'll want to be there on Scuba Radio. Let's go! Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio is a production of Overboard Entertainment Incorporated.
Scuba Radio.
This seems the logical place for fish to congregate.
Remember, you can listen live or to archives of past editions of Scuba Radio worldwide over the internet at ScubaRadio.com.
So we're in international waters? Indeed so.
Tell a friend and buddy up with your radio every week for Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Well, it's all very nice here, but we should be going. I miss me wife and me oxygen.
Yes, we all miss our loved ones and gases. Let's go.
The opinions you just heard on Scuba Radio are those of the hosts, callers, and guests.
Okay, you know, what I just heard? Blah, 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 blah.
They are not necessarily those of any station or network, its management, or advertisers.
Come on, quit yanking me.
Scuba diving does involve risk and should never be conducted without proper instruction and training.
Oh, what's the worst thing that could happen?
I could die.
Have any questions or comments? Feel free to do so via the web at ScubaRadio.com.
Oh, hello there. Don't be alarmed. We're just preparing your listening device for Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving. We do this, of course, by filling your radio with water. Don't worry, we're professionals. Thanks to me, you won't even get wet. You see, I've crammed every appendage of my body into the cracks and crevices of your radio, ensuring an airtight seal. By the way, don't touch your on-off knob. That's a very sensitive area. Anyway, I should remind you, we believe in the buddy system just like diving, so don't listen alone. Call your buddy and tell them that Scuba Radio is about to begin.
We're gonna start a new life under the sea.
So, am I gonna drown?
Of course not. Just stay calm and let the gentle currents relax your every muscle.
Under the sea, under the sea.
Did it just get warmer?
There'll be no accusations, just friendly crustaceans under the sea.
Where the hell are the sharks?
And now, here's your dive guide for Scuba Radio, Greg the Dive Master.
And welcome to hour 2 of the world's first radio show devoted to diving. Some call it the Deuce. And kicking off hour 2, we got Mark Young from the Scuba Show, which is going to be happening next week. We've been talking about it off and on throughout the show today, but I figured let's get the big kahuna on the phone right now. Mark, how you doing, buddy? What's going on?
I don't have any time to talk to you today, Greg.
Yeah, well, too many from his perspective, for sure. But it's always a pleasure having you on Scuba Radio, Mark. And I know you're excited. You're extremely busy. I mean, we're down in the final hours prepping for the largest scuba event pretty much on the planet, even though, I think they kind of say the U.S., but I'd say pretty much the world, Mark. Come on, take credit while you can. What do you think?
I'd say the U.S. There's some massive events out in out Pacific.
Well, yeah, maybe. There's a few, but still, this one's, I think, is the best. I love it. And I was talking about, you never know. What do you think of the odds of running into some kind of highfalutin Hollywood celebrity out there at the Scuba Show next week? Think that's possible? They show up sometimes, right? What do you think?
Yeah, you don't know who they are. They're disguised.
Yes.
Sometimes but it's rare.
It is rare, but it happens.
There are actually quite a few Hollywood people that scuba dive.
Right.
Obviously on both ends of the camera, but it's just obviously they don't announce their presence. They don't want to get mobbed.
Yes.
So,
it's a curse. I know.
And half of them, if the people saw them, they wouldn't pay attention to them anyway. They don't want to see that either.
Well, maybe. Yeah, they they like to go incognito, right? But you're right. There's a lot of people that work in Hollywood behind the scenes that are have a diving connection. I mean, I've talked to a lot of the technical folks behind cameras, shooting underwater video and stuff like that. And it's fascinating conversations. I don't know. I'm easily amused in that regard. So that's one of the side elements of going out to an event like this for someone like me who's easily impressed by that stuff, I guess, right?
And actually, we're giving the California Scuba Service Award to Ed Stetson this year, and he was a friend of David Crosby and went diving with him and his family.
Wow.
See,
Mark knows people, and I know Mark, so that means I know them. Isn't that how it works? Come on. You got to leverage those connections. No. By the way, speaking of the Saturday night party, so if you come out to the Scuba Show next week, we'll help open the show. Our Scuba Radio crew, mermaids, magic, music, and mayhem. We'll do it all as we usually do. But Saturday night we have a big old party, where he'll get his reward or get his award. Right, that's where that happens. Yeah. And then there's a raffle. To support, I believe, Zell Perry's organization. Is that right there, too, Mark?
Yes. What we give, the whole evening, the raffle for a good cause. We've done everything from Make-A-Wish Foundation for Kids to Kelp Initiatives. This year is going to be the Zell Perry Foundation. I don't know how many of your readers know who Zell Perry is. But just to tell you, one of our big prizes of the evening, or the big raffle prizes of the, is going to be the Sports Illustrated, their very first swimsuit issue, May 23rd, 1955. It is exactly 70 years old.
Wow.
And the cover model was Zell Perry.
Yeah.
How about that?
That's awesome.
She had already broken the women's diving record in 1955. This is before she went on Sea Hunt and became Mike
Nelson's.
Mike's love interest. And she was actually his instructor for the series. And then she was on a bunch. She was the damsel in distress a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So Perry, she has a foundation now where she gives money to help advance some young person's marine careers through additional degrees and stuff. So we're going to raise the money for that cause this year.
I love it. That is such a collector's item.
That's really cool.
I mean, if you're a diver and you're hearing that story for the first time, you've been living under a rock. But Zell is a legend in the dive industry that everyone should read up on if you're not familiar with her, for sure. But what a nice lady. I remember years ago, doing this show and seeing her at the DEMA show and, interviewing her, having her on Scuba Radio. And I don't know, a year or two later, she saw me, hey, mermaid boy. And I'm like,
no.
She knows me.
I spoke to her last week for about half an hour. Her memory is unbelievable. She's 90 now.
Yeah.
She's the coolest lady. And we had a very, very, very nice talk. The scholarship was getting the money. But if you want to read about Del Perry, go to the Scuba Show website, look under the California Scuba Service Award winners. And she was one of them back in 2017. And there's a big write-up on her, so you'll see exactly who she was. She's very impressive.
Yes, no doubt. Well, a lot of people credit Sea Hunt for getting them into diving. There's a whole generation of folks. Well, like Mark, that was you. You're in that category, wouldn't you say? What do you think?
Yeah.
That
and Sky, and then we gave Lloyd Bridges the California Scuba Service Award the next year.
Aha.
And Jeff and Bo Bridges came to, and she was there to accept the award. And the Bridges family actually gave us a lot of stuff to donate for the raffle.
Yeah. Cool stuff. Yeah.
But anyway.
Diving brings us all together, kind of turns us all into big deals, if you know a big deal like that. That's how I look at it. I might be slightly delusional, but that's just how I roll. But Mark, okay, let's talk about the Scuba Show itself. I mean, how are things trending? Are we going to have a record show, you think? You want to make a prediction, or is that you don't want to jinx it? What do you think?
Jinx it, I have no idea. I know we've had very good advanced ticket sales.
Yeah.
And that's a good sign. And right now we billboards. We're doing a big thing with KTLA TV. If you go on their website, you'll see our banners all over the place. And we're giving away a trip to somebody to Catalina, a bunch of people. So we're doing a bunch of raffles on KTLA. So we're working at it. And then like the signs look pretty good. And I think everybody's pretty happy to.
Well, yeah, and don't be late because we'll be there to open the show. We're giving away a Turks and Caicos live aboard with Explorer Ventures. We got dive gear from Next Dive to give away, nexdive.com. Lots of extra goodies to make sure everybody shows up on time, or actually a little bit before. We even have magic. How about that? I don't think we're going to cut a mermaid in half to open the show instead of a ribbon. But I know our magician friend Scott has something up his sleeve, pun intended. What do you think, Mark?
And to the listeners, the big to me one of the big show is the opening event, which is Greg for about an hour before the show while everybody's coming in. He does you do one heck of a job entertaining people.
Entertaining, annoying, I don't know. That's a little bit of both.
Same difference.
Yeah. But we do what we do, and it's a blast. Mark, you do such a great job. Hats off to you. I can't wait to see you next week. ScubaShow.com is the website to go to. Make sure you got your tickets and everything all set, and we'll see you out in Long Beach here in a few days, my friend.
Yep, sure.
All right, there you go. And we got more coming up on the world's first radio show devoted to diving.
This is the Worldwide Scuba Radio Network.
Power, simplicity, reliability. It's what you demand of your dive computer, and Shearwater delivers. Shearwater evolved out of one tech diver's need for a reliable, easy-to-use rebreather dive computer and quickly became the tech market leader. Now recreational divers have taken notice. The Shearwater Taric is the best, most intuitive, and reliable wristwatch-sized dive computer on the market. Check it out in the entire line at shearwater.com. Shearwater, dive computers for demanding divers.
How, when, and where it's made has never been more important than now. Just ask all those divers and dive shops that struggled to get products and parts during the pandemic. One relatively new gear manufacturer, however, managed quite well. Nex is one of the few, if not only, dive gear manufacturers to bring regulator and design assembly back to the USA. No shortages during the pandemic for their customers and dealers. And get this, Nex was a Tester's Choice winner in Scuba Lab for 2022 and a Best Buy in 2023. Each Nex regulator system is made to order, cutting down on overhead and allowing you to get exactly what you need for the kind of diving you prefer. This will be the last regulator you'll ever need, since the modular design can easily be modified as your diving skills and preferences evolve over time. Are you ready to make your next dive your best dive? Then go to nexdive.com. That's nexdive.com. Nex Underwater Products. nextdive.com.
Scuba action star Mike Scott is back in a new audiobook, Cayman Cowboys, Reefs Under Pressure. From author Eric Douglas comes the one that started it all. Listen as Mike deals with submarines, kidnapping, betrayal, and more.
He didn't even have fins or a mask to let him see in the water. He was going to be slow and blind. If it weren't for the float, he knew there would be no way he would ever make it to the surface.
Download Cayman Cowboys or Oil and Water, Return to Cayman, Turks and Chaos, and Lionfish at Amazon, booksbyeric.com, and audible.com.
Prepare to rig for dive! Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
What do you want, Brennan? This is my online poker time.
I'm just going to come out and say it. I'm ready to take on the Catalina wine mixer.
Whoa, whoa, slow down there, Speed Racer.
I know what it entails, and I'm ready to nail it. I want it, okay? I want the Catalina wine mixer.
Your brother wants a shot at the Catalina wine mixer.
I'm ready. I'm walking tall.
Look, Brennan, here's the thing. It's the Catalina wine mixer, okay?
Are you saying pow? What are you saying? Why does he keep doing that?
This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. I don't know if that's on the agenda after the Scuba Show, which I've done this many times before. After doing the event on the weekend, we popped over to Catalina for the wine mixer. Well, we turned it into a wine mixer. And, yeah.
You cut it off before my favorite part.
What?
He's like, he said something about your face. I just want to plant one right in your suck hole.
Ah, there's that. Okay. Well, we'll consider that for next time. But yeah, I mean, Catalina, we've had a couple great adventures there. CJ, haven't we?
Yeah. Near-death experience.
Yeah. Well, there was that where we almost had the bones or the flesh burned from the bones of our body from the Catalina Express, the jet-powered ferry that goes across from Long Beach. And yeah, it's a good time. And so we may do that. I don't know. I mean, I got a little bit of time.
It's a really neat island.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. And the Catalina Express makes it, very convenient. You zip over there in an hour and a half, 2 hours, right there from Long Beach. But I'm not sure if it's going to be on the agenda this year or not. We got a couple things. I do got to fly back on Monday. So I'd have to be back by a certain time, but it would be doable. It definitely would be doable. But last time we were over there, Vinny Two Tanks.
No, I'm not.
What do you mean? No, you're not. Yeah, that's right. He's coming back from Fiji, so he's not there right now.
We assume he'll be back.
There may be some brain eating out of that whole ordeal.
Brain eating?
Yeah.
I mean,
wouldn't be much to snack on.
The Fijian.
Well, I don't know. That love loss thing there is going on. Seemed like.
What do you mean? Between Vinny and Brittany? Is that what you're alluding to?
Yeah, Brittany may wind up eating his brain or something.
Yeah, she didn't seem too excited when we brought him up as her dive buddy, did she?
Yeah, she was like,
I don't know. There may be a whole nother story we'll have to get next week. But she's going to be at the Scuba Show.
He was suspiciously absent.
She's both her and Vinny are coming back from their Fijian adventure, and just in time to join us at the Scuba Show in Long Beach.
Is Vinny going to the Scuba Show?
Yeah. He'll probably be working it for all I know.
Oh, that's right.
He might be doing the spare air thing. I don't know. I think he's doing that, but I'm not absolutely positive. But Vinny will be there. I think Tutu Tom's going to be running around with us as well. What are you laughing at, CJ?
Just the name.
See, you were just upset with what you're missing, aren't you?
Tutu Tom's just.
What? It's his. He earned it. He owns it. I mean, it was years ago in Turks and Caicos. I'll never forget it. We had, it was, let's see, Joe.
Did you make him put on a tutu?
No. Remember, you were on there when Joe was on there. Weren't you on that trip?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so Joe is one of the dive master gals, and she was leading all the dives. And the thing that she still does to this day.
No, I was on with Single Scott and you and.
Okay. Well, that may be. But Joe was, she was the dive guide and her guide at the time. And her thing was she liked to dress up for every dive. And so on Tuesdays, it was Tutu Tuesday. And so she literally had a box of tutus and said, okay, it's Tutu Tuesday. Everyone grab a tutu, put it on. We're going diving in the Turks. It's just what you do. I didn't do it, but.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
You love that stuff.
But Tom and Vinny, I mean, they were like, yeah, get out of the way. They were all about it. And Tom especially, he was like all up in there, picked out his favorite tutu, put that thing on, no hesitation, jumped in, did his dive, and God bless him. You know, and he worked it.
The show's made up of his freaks.
Well, welcome to the show, Casey.
Thank you.
What is that?
He's not wrong.
Pleasant to have you along for this cast of misfits.
Can I? What was Jerry just showing us? Do I want to not know?
I don't know. I wasn't watching. Why?
Is that what I think it is?
I'm not sure.
I'll tell you.
Is he wearing a tutu?
No, I just run out of liquor.
Uh-oh.
You run out of
emergency.
liquor.
Yeah.
Remember, Jerry was dry for like 2 weeks or something, and now he's just, the gates are open.
Are you kidding me?
Go to the liquor store.
So you ran out of booze during Scuba Radio happy hour?
Yes.
And that's why he had to disappear for a minute to hop in the...
Oh, but contraire, I am going to dinner and I'm going to the marina to watch some live bands, and the booze will be flowing.
Okay. So you couldn't have waited till after we got off the air?
And then I will go to my girlfriend's house and crash.
What marina do you have? You don't have like a real marina in Virginia?
I have a big, big lake that has several marinas on it.
And turds.
Excuse me.
And turds.
Boat docks. You don't have a marina.
No, we have marinas.
Marina is
marina.
Okay.
Mind you,
all right, you guys are starting your own show here. What's going on?
Let him go.
All right, let him go. I'll take a break.
They're not like Florida marinas. You know,
they're
huge.
Not like marine. Marine is seawater.
Marine.
No, but there is several marinas in Florida that are on fresh water.
You have boat docks.
All right, then, damn it. I'm going to a boat dock that has all kinds of boats attached to it, that has alcohol and live music.
All right, then.
All right. Okay, that's enough.
And my fat ass will be there.
All right.
Golly.
Jerry's all, it's time to leave and get another quart.
Huh. Malt liquor. Okay. So I don't know where that just went.
It went south in a heartbeat.
Yeah. I mean, I was talking about the scuba show, and you guys decided to make it about lakes.
Well, the scuba show's boring, Greg. Me, CJ, and Casey's not going to be there, so it's going to be boring.
Mm-hmm. That's what you think.
Yeah.
You guys are going to be pinching yourself going, oh, why aren't I there?
The best you can shoot for is Tutu, Tom, and Vinny.
Yeah, maybe I'm not selling it properly when I bring up Tutu Tom.
Yeah, that's not your best.
It's colorful. It's vibrant. It's festive.
Getting closer. Keep going.
I mean, but that's the thing. You know, we bring everybody out, let them gawk. And, you know, like I said, we're there to entertain / annoy the crowd and bring everybody into the show. That's just what we do. More coming up.
Scuba Radio. Scuba Radio.
Come as a guest, leave as a friend. It's a philosophy that comes from the top down at Explorer Ventures liveaboards. It doesn't matter if you're traveling solo, with a buddy, or group. Explorer Ventures does the liveaboard dive experience right. For proof, no Explorer Ventures has one of the best repeat customer stats in the dive industry. They're also the official liveaboard company of Scuba Radio. You've likely heard us talk about Explorer Ventures Scuba Radio scuba cruise trips many times, and we invite you to join us on the next one. However, whether we're on board with you or not, I'll bet an Explorer Ventures liveaboard trip will be one of the best dive experiences you've ever had. It just doesn't get any better. Saba St. Kitts, Turks and Caicos, the Galapagos, Maldives, Indonesia, humpback whales, and the Silver Banks, new destinations and itineraries are being added all the time. Call one of their talented travel consultants to find the Explorer Ventures liveaboard experience that's just right for you. 1-800-322-3577. That's 1-800-322-3577. Or visit explorerventures.com. That's explorerventures.com.
Prepare to rig for dive! Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
Okay, this is Sucker Sterling. I'm going to give you a little bit of a cappella from one of my tunes from this year. The song was entitled Hula. I'll just give you a couple of pieces from it. So remember, when you come to Grenada, devotion to ocean, we're out there. Girl, your body hot like fire, waist it a spin like tire. Oh, make my thing rise higher. Can I carry you like Mariah? You'll be the clock and I'll be the buyer. No interview, you made on higher. I got the pole, please bring the wire. Let us see what transpire. Hit me. I got more for you when you come and dive with me in Grenada at Devotion to Ocean. Until then, keep listening to Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving. Now here's my Now here's my close and personal friend and rapping buddy, Greg the what?
Greg the Dive Master.
Greg the Dive Master.
Yeah! Holla!
Yeah. I am Greg the Dive Master. This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. In Grenada, I was kind of known as a rapping champion back in the day. I mean, you didn't even know that, did you, CJ? I'm a little out of practice, so don't ask me to freestyle because
of course not.
I can't do it. I've let that talent expire. Jerry the Diver Guy, what say you?
Greg.
Yeah.
Greg.
Uh-huh.
What the hell was that?
That was Soka Sterling from Grenada, one of my rapping buddies from back in the day.
What the hell are you listening to rap for?
Well, I mean, that's like
we could have like
15, 20 years old.
We could have like Van Halen's Diver Down or Ronnie James Dio's Holy Diver or something, but we have rap.
Well, we did back then when it was hot with today's youth.
It's never been hot, Greg.
Okay, whatever. Get with the 90s, will you, Jerry? Casey,
you got to give Greg a break. He came from Top 40 radio.
Listen, Jerry, listen.
Rap died when Eazy-E died.
I don't even know who that is.
Call
Casey,
yourself a rapper.
I know Casey the Tobacco Nut, though.
What about Diddy? He's a rapper, right?
He's going to jail with these.
Okay, that's enough.
Lotion.
Casey, Casey wants to talk about lionfish because there is actually a kind of some lionfish thing going on. Is that this weekend, actually, the Emerald Coast?
Well, no,
thing?
the Key Largo one was April.
That was April.
But this is the ongoing one.
Well, what do you know about it?
From May 24th to September 14th.
Okay, that's the one that Florida Wildlife Commission's doing. That it's going over several months through the summer. And if you go to their website, there's a way for you to register, I guess, your catch or something. I mean, do you know the details on this, Casey? I haven't looked into it that close yet. Have you? He just froze. It's weird because his frozen video on YouTube, Facebook Live, and Twitch looks exactly how he does every single time when he speaks. His frozen face, his animated face looks exactly the same. That's weird.
clueless.
Wow.
If you look up in the dictionary, clueless, it has that base.
It's easy for you to say. All right, Casey lost his connection, so just in the nick of time when we went to talk to him. But that's what happens. Actually, I think the Emerald Coast lionfish thing is this weekend, or maybe it was last weekend. The one up in the Panhandle, big event, and like the largest weekend lionfish tournament, and literally tons of lionfish, like a couple thousand, or thousands of lionfish they get with what they do up there.
Stick them and bag them and eat them.
Yeah. When was the last time we had lionfish of HA? It's been too long. Was that Dominica, maybe?
Long time. I didn't go to Dominica.
Well, then, yeah, maybe. So. I don't remember. But it's been too long. We need to go get some. They were selling it at Whole Foods there for a while. I don't know if they're still doing that.
What?
Or not.
That's like sushi, right? Isn't it like raw and they pour like acid on it or something?
Well, yeah, acid cooked.
Citrus. But did we have it in Bimini?
Didn't we have some in Bimini last time?
I think we had some. It's either Bimini or Dima, one.
Yeah.
Well, I remember having
pizza. I know me and you ate some at Dima.
Was it lionfish? Maybe it was. Yeah. They had some samples.
You ate some at Dima.
That's
somewhere.
Right. I think the Panhandle folks had some in their booth.
It may be it.
Because they were promoting that lionfish tournament. Right.
I know me and you ate a little cup of it.
Uh-huh. Yeah. But yeah, it's cooked just like conch. Like it's acid cooked with the fruits of lemon, limes, and they throw in some tomatoes and stuff like that. Like I had at Big Mike's over in Bimini last time. I had the conch salad. It was the best conch salad I've ever had.
No, it wasn't Big Mike's.
Yeah, it was. I just went there on the cruise. When I stopped off on the cruise, I went there with Captain Walt DiMartini.
Is that the guy that's got the big name over there? His daughter was there.
Well,
that day that we were
Big Mike
over
has
there.
a podcast.
Big Mike is he has this conch stand in Bimini, and then he passed away, but his family took it over, or his wife, and I think Shaky is like her hubby now or something. I don't know. They're related somehow. But now it's Shaky.
Way to nail it down, Greg.
Well, no, his name is Shaky, and he has carried on the legacy of this famous conch salad in Bimini, but it's still kind of, everybody thinks of it as Big Mike's, even though Big Mike passed away.
It's his recipe, maybe.
Yeah. Well, I think it was hers, and though, Shaky and her took it over. It's like Shaky's and something. But yeah.
Of Irby or something like that.
No, Shaky is his name. That is his name. I was just there. You're talking about the other place, Ebby's.
Ebby's.
Yeah, that's a different one.
Yeah, that's the one that his daughter didn't believe who I was after y'all told her that I was related to Elvis, and then after that it was gone.
Right. Yeah. We've been banned from that establishment. Because of that. Yeah. But so now it's only.
No, we haven't. Hey, I'll get us back in there. She loves me.
Oh yeah. And they say I'm the one who's delusional. Okay. Anyway. Yeah. It's. The conch salad, the way they cook it, it's acid cooked is what they call, just like the lionfish ceviche. So that's what cooks the meat, so it's kind of safe to eat. It's acid cooked, CJ. So
not really cooking it with heat.
You're not. It's the acid in the fruit
trying to kill the bacteria.
No, it cooks it. It does. It's called acid cooking.
Doesn't cook involve heat?
No. It's called acid cooked. I just said. That's what.
I know it's what you
acid,
said, but I don't believe
acid
you know what you're talking about.
No, I have it. Look it up. You can Google it.
I just thought cooking meant some sort of heat.
Well, generally, yes, but it could be acid cooked. I mean, you've seen acid. It bubbles.
It's like acid washed jeans.
Maybe. But
that's
yeah,
how they make those jeans. They put like lime juice in the washing machine.
Is that how it is? Lime juice?
No, I don't.
Okay, that's good. I would have believed you.
I know. I'm very persuasive.
Acting.
Acting.
You're an actor. Okay. So anyway, yeah, we need to get some more of that stuff. And eventually we will.
I would try it cooked first, I think.
Yeah, okay.
Actually really cooked.
All right. Well, I mean, there should be plenty of lionfish out on the market right now with all these derbies, and now we got this tournament happening throughout the summer in Florida with the Florida Wildlife Commission. Like I said, if you look it up, you can figure out how to participate. But they do have, I think, some pretty big prizes, and bare minimum, you can get like an extra lobster stamp or something, like you get that extra lobster tail.
Does it taste anything like grouper? Because I love grouper.
What lionfish?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very mild fish. So if you're not a fishy kind of, meat person, it's white,
I love
flaky,
fish.
and
I love
it
all
is
kinds of fish. I just
similar to grouper.
I do like grouper.
And they're invasive. So unlike grouper that we shouldn't eat, lionfish is good. We want to eat them up. All right, now I'm getting hungry. This is a mess.
Yes, let's go eat.
This is the Worldwide Scuba Radio Network.
Prepare to rig for dive!
Your surface interval is complete. You're now clear to dive with Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio.
The world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Scuba Radio.
Dive, dive, dive.
You've got to listen to something when you're down there.
So true. This is the world's first radio show devoted to diving. An oldie but a goodie? I don't know.
I'm assuming that was before auto-tune.
What's auto-tune? Yeah. That was
I know who that was. That was Kelly.
Something you need.
Kelly, the Brazilian swimsuit model.
Better to see and not hear.
Haven't heard from her in years, and my ears thank her for
the
that.
last Dima show that she was at, I got her to drink moonshine.
Huh.
Great story.
Which explains why that was the last time.
She got tipsy as real quick.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's what happens. And then they start singing, and all hell breaks loose. God bless her. We love her, and we miss her. Kelly, wherever you are, you're still in our hearts, and still making our ears ring like
bleed
with tinnitus or something.
Bleed.
Okay,
bleed.
Look, there is a new near-shore artificial reef being planted off of Hollywood Beach right here in Florida.
Oh,
you guys hear
cool.
about this?
No.
This is pretty cool.
Ooh.
Now, it's going to be more of a snorkel reef, but the city of Hollywood and some of the operators down there have created these sculptures. They got a picture of 3 of them. One's a plaque with some turtles on it, I think celebrating like 100 years of Hollywood or something, Hollywood Beach. It's part of the 1,000 Mermaid Artificial Reef Project. Now, they're going to sink these sculptures in pretty shallow water right off the beach. So I don't know if you'd want to actually dive them like on scuba gear, but you could definitely, free dive, snorkel over them. But one of them has a classic hard hat diver and plaque with a little, reef structure. And then there's some with some mantas. I mean, it's pretty cool stuff. And these are pictures before they put it in the water, but I would imagine these are going to create some nooks and crannies for all the critters to invade, and
very cool,
and stuff like that. So I think it might be a new dive site
So
we might have to check out. Yeah.
What you're saying, lobster season should be good down there?
Well, it could. I mean, once again, there's some little holes and stuff around these sculptures where obviously they've done that deliberately to create habitat for critters to invade or create, use as shelter and stuff like that. So, of course, it very well could lend itself to a nice little lobster honey hole, which, let's see, we have, let me see, when does it kick in again, Jerry?
You got about 2 months.
2 months to go.
End of July.
End of July to take advantage. But I'm not sure if they already sank them or they're getting ready to sink them, but they're going to be in less than 10 feet of water. So once again, could you use scuba gear on it? Sure. But they're really doing it for people that want to just go out there, swim and snorkel and stuff like that. But I think they did. They were scheduled
I don't know if they sunk them yet.
Well, they were
scheduled.
They were scheduled to sink today. So the weather.
I was thinking next
good.
weekend, but it may be today. Yeah,
it is. So yeah, we'll have to check it out. Give them a few weeks, get them settled in, to go down there, have another dive site.
What they should have done is make 2 of each of those. Sink the one set in shallow and then sink the other one farther out for divers.
Well, maybe they did. I don't know. I don't know if they put them in
the article.
I don't know if they.
I don't think they did.
I mean, who knows?
I need to be mayor.
Well, you could be mayor.
You're the mayor of Sanford.
Mayor McCheese.
The only good thing I'd be good at is making artificial reefs.
Really, that's the only thing you would be able to do.
So let the rest of the city go to hell. But we're making some artificial reefs.
We're going underwater, ladies and gentlemen.
It's the only thing I care about.
This is my platform.
I'm the minister of underwater activities.
Oh, that's a pretty good title. You could take that one. Yeah. Jerry, what do you think?
MUA for short.
Have you heard anything else about the sinking of the, what is it? The USS, whatever.
America
Enterprise.
I heard it. I heard it.
Did you hear it?
I heard it.
It got held up, didn't it?
I don't know if it got held up or not. I mean, they're
like
planning
gunpoint.
It's planning to be sunk off the Panhandle, though. I know that.
But I think it got held up in court.
Okay. Well, maybe. I don't know. Boy,
Look into that and report back to us.
Yes. You
I
have your
will-
mission
I
if you
will.
choose to accept it.
I will pass that to Barry and let him do the
This message will
research.
self-destruct in 5 seconds.
Boom. Done over.
Did he say what I think he just said?
I don't know.
I don't think
I
that's how it
said,
goes. That's not in the new movie.
Boom.
Oh. Okay.
Boom. It's over.
I thought he said bend over. It's
That's
over.
what I heard.
I'll let Barry do the
Okay.
research.
Whoa, whoa,
Barry's
whoa,
got
Hey,
whoa,
now,
whoa,
hey,
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Whoa. What you guys do in your private time is between you two.
Here we go.
Inappropriate.
Yeah. Good. Okay. You know, Mission Impossible this weekend. You going to go see it, CJ?
I did not even know.
What? Yeah, there's a big underwater scene in this.
What?
Yeah. There's some serious diving in the new Mission Impossible. You didn't know this?
No, I did not know.
Yeah, he's underwater in a submarine and does some stuff in the water he had to train for. I mean, who knows?
Pretty cool.
There's a good chance when I'm out at the scuba show out in Hollywood next week.
I'm sure Tom Cruise will stop by to say hello to you.
He'd be incognito. He will disguise himself. He'll probably dress up like Jerry the Diver guy.
That's a possibility, you know.
Because then he knows no one will bother him and keep a very far distance away.
He may dress up as Vinny since he's so famous out
If he's
there
at the
now.
scuba show,
Uh-huh.
I mean, people would recognize Jerry.
Well,
Yeah.
They're all divers.
you think?
Yeah, that would
and, you know,
backfire
I-
because Tom Cruise, would people come up to, are you Jerry the Diver guy? He'd be like, yeah, I am.
What's going on?
You don't sound like him.
And
Then he
I
would
have to-
then he would say, "What's going on?"
And then I'd have to throat punch him for impersonating me.
Huh. Wow. And you say I'm the delusional one.
Hey, Greg, I have my loyal fans.
Okay.
The people that love me.
Your mom doesn't count.
No, it's Jessica.
Jessica.
And I hope she's not listening
Simpson?
today. No, not Simpson. Hell no.
Rabbit?
Yeah, it's Jessica Rabbit.
Huh. Okay. So Jerry the Diver guy has an imaginary friend named Jessica. Okay.
That's so perfect.
It is.
You're
Jerry.
killing me, Greg.
Killing you, I tell you. Okay. Well, anyway, 2 weeks from today, you will hear our broadcast from the Scuba Show. Next week, we've got a special show for you. Make sure you tune in for that. Till then, remember, it's always better where, gang? Come on.
Down where it's wetter.
Safe diving, everyone.
From Captain Ron to Jock Cousteau, they all love Scuba Radio. On the boat or down below, if you want to stay in the know. If you be pressurized there, you'll want to be there on Scuba Radio.
Scuba Radio is a production of Overboard Entertainment Incorporated.
Scuba Radio. This seems the logical place for fish to congregate.
Remember, you can listen live or to archives of past editions of Scuba Radio worldwide over the internet at ScubaRadio.com.
So we're in international waters? Indeed so.
Tell a friend and buddy up with your radio every week for Scuba Radio, the world's first radio show devoted to diving.
Well, it's all very nice here, but we should be going. I miss me wife and me oxygen.
Yes, we all miss our loved ones and gases. Let's go.
The opinions you just heard on Scuba Radio are those of the hosts, callers, and guests.
Okay, what I just heard? Blah, 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 blah.
They are not necessarily those of any station or network, its management, or advertisers.
Come on, quit yanking me.
Scuba diving does involve risk and should never be conducted without proper instruction and training.
Oh, what's the worst thing that could happen?
I could die.
Have any questions or comments? Feel free to do so via the web at ScubaRadio.com.